Welcome back, hi. We're back in SpaceChem, and we are now on the planet that is apparently our first actual job posting rather than just the training. We have a research thing ahead of us. Every day is the first day. That sure sounds like there's going to be a story attached to it, and I'm right. A deep voice bellowed from behind the prefabricated door. Again? Are you kidding me? I'm just reporting the malfunction, sir, a woman said. I hesitated and stepped back from the door, deciding to come back later. To my surprise, it opened on its own, revealing a tall man, presumably Joel, and a woman in a red jumpsuit. Joel stood behind a metal desk, frowning and crossing his arms. Get a team together to fix the pipeline rupture. Of course, sir. She straightened her back. As she left the office, she gave me a curt nod and slipped through the doorway. Joel rubbed a hand against his face. Come in. Sorry about that. We've been having a lot of mechanical problems lately. That was Marianne, by the way. There was nowhere to sit in the office, so I stood in front of his desk. You're fresh out of training. You were on Cernamere, right? Who is your trainer? He looked me up and down. Angela. She mentioned she worked with you? Yeah, she was an engineer at my last assignment. It's really too bad what happened to her. His voice sounded almost wistful. Joe looked intently at his hands for a moment and then back to me. Well, we haven't had anyone new for a while. Let me give you the rundown. He rolled out from behind the desk, sending his chair into the wall, and gestured to the window. You're on Danoth, a rocky planet in the Vesuvius system. There are tons of liquid methane deposits, so naturally we do a lot of hydrocarbon production here. Not very exciting, I know. I'm only here until they fill the position and get a proper replacement for the last supervisor. Outside, the ground was a dark dirt color with shimmering methane pools close to the foundation of the SpaceChem facility. Joel continued. You're scheduled to work at the labs at first, then you'll be working on pipelines. He settled into the seat once more. Welcome, good luck, and stay sharp. All right. Training. Quotas and output notes. Add output notes to reactors to remind yourself what intermediate molecules you need to produce. I think we've actually seen this. So, also, it seems pretty obvious. So let's get right into it. So we're getting hydrogen from here, carbon from here, and we want to make acetylene. Also known as ethine. Okay. So, That's asking a lot, because we need 2 from each. But it really is just 2 HCs back to back. So let's start with this. Let's bring something in here. Grab a hydrogen from here. Come down here. We can have it bond to this because it's not a pipeline thing like it was in the last video, so there will always be a carbon showing up, so I can get away with this. So we can bond it to the carbon. We'll still be holding on to it. Have it turn. We want to place it out here. So let's have it rotate this way. Put it down I don't know, here, let's say. Drop it there. Go back, and almost certainly we're going to want it to sink and wait. So let's test that? Oh, except I never... Stop. I never had it bring something in here. So in that, bring in a beta. Let's try that. Bring in an alpha, bring in a beta. Bond, rotate, drop, and sync. Cool. That is what we wanted it to do. So now, what I kind of want is for the blue to do something similar and then finish the whole thing off. So let's start that there. Let's put a sink here as well. I think I can have multiples of those. And as long as there are 2 sinks on the blue line, I'll be fine. So switch to the blue thing. So when it hits here, this one will be ready to go. And basically it's going to do the same program. We also want it to rotate but let's say that it has to do an extra loop. Ooh. Yeah. It's going to drop what it's carrying. Oh, I didn't grab it. Pardon me. Have it grab here. Have it drop here. Then have it bond once, twice, 3 times. Oh, there's that music again. Bond once, twice, 3 times. Then flush. I think we can sync it as early as that because we kind of want this to go as quickly as possible. So let's see what this does. You pause, grab a thing, place it, nice. Flush. Hey, it worked! I mean, this might actually be the answer. A little bit faster. I mean, it's just fascinating to watch. I find it fascinating to watch anyway of the things. Look, it's the thing. It's doing what I said. And this will do it. Boop. Oh, nice. Okay. So 230 lap cycles, 32 symbols. Below the mean, below the median for both of them. Okay. I'll take that. Moving on. It takes 3. 3 what? Okay, hydrogen and nitrogen. Ah, so we have ammonia happening here. Okay. Okay, I think I want to start with the blue this time. So switch to blue. Because I feel like what we can do is maybe do something similar and bond to hydrogen in place. So, like this. So, bring in a nitrogen. Grab it from the spot where it's going to appear. Come up here. Have it bring in a hydrogen. Hydrogen's going to come in spot number 1. So when we get to 3, we want to create a bond, and then we want to move away and then figure out what we're doing. So let's see this in action. Ding. Play. Good. Stop, because it's going to break. What if we have it have a turn and rotate it? So currently it's hydrogen north of nitrogen. If I put another one there, and I am holding on to the nitrogen. So if I rotate it that way, and drop it there, and I don't know. What have I made it do now? Boop. Oh, nope, that's not the direction we want it to be. That's totally wrong. So, stop. You need to be pointing in the other direction. We want to bring in a hydrogen and then add a bond. Let's see what that does. Hydrogen, nitrogen, spin. There we go. Bink. Cool. So now we need to fix it. Somehow. So that we get a third nitrogen on that thing. How am I going to make that happen? So maybe now it's time for the red to come in and start doing things. So, stop this program. Let's move the start to here and have it be a start that points downwards. Turn this way. So this in is now here. And now we have a loop. And we're going to make you stop until the next cycle. So for the red, don't do anything until that part of the program is finished. Then I think I've put a hydrogen here, if memory serves. So we can grab this. Turn north. So now it's in these 3. So we can't... We're going to have to make a turn right here, otherwise it'll crash into the side. Summon another hydrogen. That feels like a bad thing is going to happen. Maybe not. No, a bad thing is going to happen if I do that. We're going to take that away. Hold on. Let me run it and see what it does. Let me make sure it's doing what I think it's doing. Boop. Bonded. Sync. Move the other thing over. Hey, why were you moving? Oh, because I let it go. Okay. Got it. So we actually want to put a second sync here so that it'll pause here. Wait, how did that happen? Wait a minute. Why was... Okay, move that off. What happened? I missed it. Because I was looking at the thing going. So, why the blue did not stop at a sync? Why didn't it stop? Why didn't it stop? Oh, unless the thing that triggers does not then itself stop? Okay, so maybe I do need 2 syncs in a row. Let's give that a go. Why is that not the way I remember it working? Yes, that's it. Okay. And then this is just going to crash into the side. Okay, stop the program. Oh, but when it's here, the nitrogen is here waiting. Perfect. Okay, got it. Go be red. When it's here, we want it to form a bond. Oh, but how is that going to work? How is it going to get past? Okay, so we can't do that way. So we want it to drop it there. Then what do we want it to do? Let's delete that for a second. So we're going to drop it there. This is just Looney Tunes. Okay. So we want it to bring in another hydrogen, bond it, grab it, carry it away. No, that's wrong. Why do I have that? No, that. I don't even know why that's there. Okay, so what it's going to do... Oh, no, it's going to drop again. That ain't good. So do... Ooh, balls. What do I do? How do I get out of here? Okay, here's a question. Why am I going up to the roof? Do I need to go up there? Or do I just want this to turn down? Maybe I just want this to turn down. Okay. Start, grab this, move it to here, and then do this. Drop it, then go through this. This, delete, this, delete. It's wrong. Grab it by this hydrogen. and carry it off that way. Drop it. Woo. Drop it here. Flush it. Start the other thing moving again. Did I do that right? I don't know if I did that right. Put a hydrogen there. This grabs it, puts it in position. Holy smoke, I did it right. That's waiting. Do the thing. Oh, wow. Okay, go faster. Okay, so not as efficient as some people have been. There's a better way to do that. That is hardly a surprise, because what I did was just bonkers. Some people were able to do it in like 15 symbols. That's nuts. But okay, we did it. Yay! Research, split before bonding. Oh, so are we taking like molecular oxygen or molecular hydrogen? Yeah. Okay, so we want to make hydrogen peroxide. So let's see. So I feel like what I want to do is summon an oxygen molecule. Let's make blue do that. Switch to blue. So summon an oxygen molecule. Put these here. Remove a bond from that. Pick it up. Actually, are we okay summoning one of each? Oh, no, we're not, because if I put it there... Oh, no, I'm going to run out of these. Wait a minute. Because if I do that way... Oh, this is a problem. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. My first thought was summon a hydrogen molecule, summon an oxygen molecule, use that break bond thing to remove the unnecessary bond here, and remove the double bond here, make it a single bond. But now, if I'm going to attach my new hydrogen atoms onto the oxygen, that has to happen either here or here, which is just going to be annoying. This is a tough one. This is the first one that is not... Well, obviously I could do this. Okay, let's try putting it in these two positions. What am I going to do with this? So, let's don't do that yet, because I don't know what I'm doing. Bring in oxygen, lose a bond from oxygen. Which, I mean, this could happen any place. So let's put this over to the side until I know what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm making everything up. Why? Why? Thank you. I'm making everything up as I go. So that's just going to do that. Then have the red bring in a hydrogen. Grab it from here, bring it down. To here. Now, if I break a bond at this point, that's an excellent question. What will that do? Because now I'm looking at what order will it do things. So, whoops, you should be, no, you should be, oh, but that's gonna, actually, no, that's not a bad idea. Remove that. Introduce one of those. So far, let's just get rid of all this. Will this do what I want it to do? Yes, it will. Look at that. It will carry one of the hydrogens away, and it will set this up. Now the question is, if I had told it, now make a bond, where would that bond have occurred? Because oxygen can only do 2 bonds. Would it do this one or that one? This is number 1. Would it do that first? It's time to do an experiment and try doing that. What you gonna do? Right. Excellent. Okay, stop that. We want it to take a detour and deposit that hydrogen that it's still carrying, I don't know, here. Actually, no, we still wanted it to go along that line, didn't we? Yeah, okay. So, sync, sync. So it'll pass through the first one and stop at the next one until the other one does a sync, sync. This may be too short a path, but we'll see. So, once more from the top with feeling, what you're gonna do. Okay. Now I knew that was gonna happen. So, actually, the sync needs to happen sooner. Sync, sync needs to happen sooner. So it's gonna hold the hydrogen here. So now what I need is for the blue to pick up the piece that I've got and orient it so that it's basically oxygen, oxygen, hydrogen. Let me look at it again. Where is it positioned? There. So I can have it like start the blue, start here or here, hit the sync to start this leg of the program, grab this hydrogen, turn it, and start moving it around. I just need to avoid this hydrogen. So maybe I don't want to do this here. Maybe I want to do this sync over here. Stop. So do the sync over here. So now, do I remember what I just said I wanted it to do? Start. Be blue instructions. Turn down. Grab the hydrogen that's here. Turn away. And then start rotating it. So currently it's sort of a J shape. We want it to rotate clockwise. And turn down. And then turn clockwise again. And then turn clockwise again. Let's run that and see what it's doing. No, we only want one of those, not three of them. My brain failed me. Okay, run that. What's it doing? It was doing that, stop. Right. Okay, so we want it to drop here. So we want it to drop in that cell. So drop this group of atoms here. Let me run that again. This bit it's doing right. That's all set up, except now, do I want to tell this thing to now go and be red for a minute? Maybe I do. So put a sync, have it turn left so it stays on the board. And then do I want it to bond? Take a detour just for the timing's sake. Let's look at this. Oof. That did it. And it's going to crunch because, yeah. So now when it does that, I want it to stop again. So I want it to hit sync, I think. And let this thing go, which now needs to pick this up and deliver it over here. So blue instructions, go north, pick up the molecule, bring it over here, drop it in this cell, reroute back to create a loop, flush this. And probably I need more sinks in there, but let's see if it runs even once. Okay, that's too much waiting. Do I even need these two? I don't know if I need these two. Let's try removing that one. And see. Yeah. Boop. Oh my gosh. No. Yeah. So that timing was off. Something needed to wait for something else, but now I don't know what. Maybe... How many sinks do I have 3 sinks on the red line, so I really should have 3 sinks on the blue. Let's try this again. And now it's waiting in the right place. So now I feel a little bit better about letting it go faster. Two more. There we go. And not surprisingly, that's higher than average, so it could certainly be improved upon. It did the thing, but it took longer and required more symbols. As a first run, it's kind of okay. I'm only slightly higher than the average. Press tab to view the leaderboards. What does that do? Well, fantastic. Production, settling into the routine, but we've passed the half-hour mark. We've done some stuff, so I'm inclined to just leave it there. We'll pick this up again. These are getting way more complicated, so we're probably going to have fewer actual missions per half hour if we're watching me like figure this out in real time. Thank you for watching through to the end. Leave a comment, let me know what you think of what I'm doing. Push the buttons to help people see what I'm doing. And I will see you again soon as we cycle through the games that I'm playing. Goodbye.